Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I'm Carbonor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today. Things are so much better here. so much better here. I feel like you don't even know how much better I fucking feel. I literally tried to die for the last 4 or 5 fucking days. Fucking last Tuesday, just a few days ago. Like, okay, here's what happened. So I ended the stream as usual. Everything was fine. Everything's normal. I felt fine. I didn't feel sick at all. About 3 hours into my sleep, I woke up and it literally felt like somebody had my stomach in their hand and was just squeezing it as tight as they fucking could. And that was when it began. I fucking I lost around 10 pounds because of this stomach flu. 10 fucking pounds. I mean, when I say it was coming out of both ends of me, I'm not kidding when I say it was coming out of both ends of me. It literally was. The first day of it, I spent either on the toilet or kneeling before it. It was a horrible experience. Absolutely horrible. Whatever I had last week, Monday and Tuesday, that was just diarrhea, right? That's all that was. It was just, I guess it was a mild case, and then I caught this week the more serious case. Like I said in my community post, last week must have been like a teaser trailer for what I experienced this week, because this week added the vomiting. And if there are a few things in this world that I hate more than vomiting, like I would just about rather die than vomit, is how much I hate to fucking puke. Oh my God, I fucking hate it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so bad. Oh, it was not fun. It was not fun. So Jossie mentioned in the comments that he had it not long ago as well, and I talked to my sister. I told her, and she had it uh like a few days before me. So there is definitely a stomach flu coming around. And let me tell you, it comes out of nowhere and it is extremely aggressive. Just all of a sudden, bam, and you are fucked. That is, but yeah, like I said, I lost almost 10 pounds. So, I got kind of a colon cleansing unexpectedly. And I guess that's why I feel so refreshed, is because I got all kinds of nasty shit out of me. So I guess it was good in that regard. But Jesus Christ. All I've managed to do on this game is log in to get my stuff. That's all I've been able to do is like, okay, I can at least log into the game to make sure that I don't fall behind. Oh, good morning, Serp. It is a pleasure to be back, my friend. It was rather touch and go there for a little bit. Not a pleasant experience. I hope nobody else out there has to experience it, to be honest with you. It was fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. So we got what was it? Some kind of compensation. Serp says, LOL, it's never fun. No, stomach flus. Dude, Jesus Christ. Ugh. But yeah, at about I think it was Thursday morning or so, I started getting this insane craving for pineapple and ramen noodles. It's like my brain was screaming at me. It was like, this is what you can eat. Go get it now. And I managed to fumble my way to the goddamn grocery store, and I got, they often in the grocery store they'll have the pre-cut fruit, you know what I'm saying? So you can get like watermelon or cantaloupe and pineapple and shit like that. And I got one of those big buckets of fucking pineapple, and I got like 6 packs of ramen noodles, and that's what I ate for like 2 days before I was finally like, you know, I decided to go get some breakfast from Hardee's. I think it was Friday morning. I was like, okay, I can maybe hold some solid shit in now. And I went and got some breakfast, and oh my God, it was so good to finally eat solid food. Oh my God. Oh my God. Not fun. But so, yeah, I'm alive. I'm back. I apologize for the temporary absence due to illness. But what can we do? Everybody gets sick sometime. I hate to do it. I hated that it had to happen. There was once or twice that I was like, maybe I could do a stream. It's not like actually going to work. I'm just sitting here playing a video game, and then I just could not muster up the energy to do it. I was just like, there's just no fucking way. There's just no way. But we're all good now.
You'll need to pay.
And back to this wonderful game that we all love so much. I can tell you, I've noticed something over the last couple days. As we all know, I'm sure many of us are familiar with Real Asian Robot, the YouTuber who covers a lot of games, but he also covers this game. He's been kind of obsessing lately. Is that the Serp says you see the new skins coming next week? Is that the dresses, Serp? The gowns? If not, I haven't seen them. But he's been a Real Asian Robot's been obsessing lately. And mainly I think it's because it's garnering him more views than he seems to sometimes get. Talking about the downfall of TFD, he is riding the wave. They are dresses. It's a jazz theme, Serp says. Yeah, I know about those. Yeah, there's a couple of them that look really nice. Nails is my favorite of those. Serp says he can't stand the robot. It's like I don't mind him, but he's going a little overboard. He's going a little bit overboard with and like I said, because it's getting him views. Because talking about the downfall of the game, anything negative it draws you views, and he's just feeding the fucking flames of people fucking thinking that this game is dead. And it's kind of pissing me off because I see what he's doing. And I see why he's doing it, and it's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty. I think it's influencing a lot of people's decisions and thoughts on what's going on, and not giving the devs a fair shake simply because he's getting views from it. He's kind of schmarmy. He's kind of, kind of losing my enjoyment for using him as a resource for stuff, because like I said, I see what he's doing and I don't like it. But to each their own, hey, you do what you do, Real Asian Robot, you do what you do. Serp says I really dislike him. I can see that. He doesn't seem authentic to me. He doesn't seem authentic to me. Oh, I can't research anymore? How? Oh, I had shit still going. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. So that should be all three of the peacemakers, and that'll be done. So that'll be cool. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It just annoys me when people do shit like that. Feed into the hype and the negativity because it's bringing you attention. It's like, dude, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. He should be, you know, I don't know. He's playing it up a little too much. But that's just my opinion on it. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to those dresses. There's a couple of them that I'd like to have. Cert gives me the thumbs up. Because he's made like probably 4 fucking live streams this week on it dying. And that's like literally what its titles are. It's like TFD is dying, and it's like, dude, you're not helping the situation. You're not helping the situation at all. But yeah. Serp says there's a nice suit for the fellas. Well, at least they gave them something. I love how they work so hard and they make these, you know, 5 to 7 outfits, you know, something 5 or 6 outfits for the girls, and then they have one universal one for the dudes, and they're like, here, you can put this on your guys, I guess. They make a lot more universal shit for the dudes than they do the girls, it seems. Which I wish they wouldn't do. I wish they would just make every one of the outfits universal, and I don't see why they can't. I don't. Serp says, I've seen his thumbnails in my feed too and been thinking the same thing as you. Yeah. I'm an old hat at, you know, there's a lot of people that I used to follow that I started to come to realize that they just cash in on negativity. You never really hear anything that they like. You never really hear anything that they enjoy. They're just like, oh, this is dead now. This is bad. This is horrible. This sucks. This blah 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 blah. And granted, there are a lot of things out there that suck, but come on, the devs are trying. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're just ignoring shit. They have regular fucking live streams to let you know what they're working on, what they're planning on doing, what they're addressing. You know, they're trying. They're trying to address these problems. They're trying to fix these problems. They're trying to give us what we want. And how can you just be so? Can you not like give them a chance? Because there's a whole lot of fucking games out there that wouldn't give 2 shits what their fucking audience would say. I mean, case in point, let's look at as I have complained before about the WWE 2K situation and what they're doing right now with their game. You know, they're half-assing trying to address the fucking community's concerns, but they're not removing the core problem that still exists, which is, you know, that ringside battle pass that people. And the fact that you're going to have to pay thousands of dollars to fucking get all the shit that you want in that goddamn game. I mean, it wouldn't cost that much for me in the way I play the game. But, you know, if you're into that my faction shit and you're into the fucking, you know, creating your own characters and you want everybody to be unlocked, I mean, it's ridiculous how much money you're going to end up having to spend on that fucking game. Exactly. Serp said the game is only 2 years old at most. Or 2 years old almost. It's still finding itself. Exactly. Exactly. And it's, it's not like it's a broken fucking buggy mess to begin with. It's a polished, well played game. It feels good. It's enjoyable. I mean, it's pretty. It's put together fucking excellently, and it's clear that they love what they're doing and they have a passion for this world and these characters. To just sell them down the river because it's getting you views, it's just like it's just a shitty thing to do. It's just a shitty thing to do. But if it was deserved, you know what I'm saying? If it was deserved, it'd be a different thing. Like I was saying, if the devs were just ignoring people and were just like, whatever, take our shit, buy our skins, but they're not. They know the skins make them money, so they have to focus. There has to be a focus on the skins. There has to be a focus on the aesthetic of it because that's what makes them their money. So it's not like they can just stop doing that and focus 100% of the company on producing new content and shit. They have to keep that because that's what's paying their bills. So everybody's like, y'all got to quit making skins and just make new content, but they can't. It's like saying McDonald's, you guys got to stop selling food and improve the look of your restaurant. It's like, well, the food is what's making us the money and allows us to fix up the store. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, that's just my opinion. And clearly Serps as well. All right, so let's see. What are we doing today? What's going on? I know there's a new one of these that we need to start working on, which I checked out. It's doesn't look too different. Serp says very much so. Yeah, this doesn't look too complicated. Supermassive receptor mission. Only have to do 3 of those. That's not a big deal because you have to do 4 for the daily anyway. So that'll be easy. The materials will be easy. That's not that big a deal. I can knock one of those out. I can do the easier, the low level ones and knock that out very quickly. Dismantle module shouldn't be hard. So this looks like it might be the only one that might give us a little bit of trouble. Supermassive receptor mission. I think we'll go ahead and do that. I think we will go ahead and do that. Honestly, I haven't done anything on this game like I said, other than just log in and get my my login stuff, just to not have to use my tokens. And I can't remember if I had done anything. I don't think I did, because I think pretty much after I logged off Tuesday, I pretty much went to bed and then woke up dying. So I don't think I've done anything other than that. I got, like you saw, I've got some research going on my weapons, but nothing there really. So yeah, I think we're good. Nothing to say or show off or anything like that. Supermassive, that's here. Wait, I can do it from here. Yes, I can do it from here. Can't I? I can. I can. We'll go public with this one. Just because that'll make it easier. Just because that'll make it easier. I got a lot of shit to catch up on, so we'll try to get through it. I mean, I personally, I fully support this game. I fully support the devs and what they're doing and what they're trying to do. Um, I know the gameplay loop can sometimes be a little repetitive. I mean, and I understand that, but you know, hey, that's one of the things that I've tried to do with all of my different characters. All of the girls that I play with is I've tried to make each one of them different and distinct and play in a different way to kind of alleviate some of that, you know? That's why I use my Viessa and I use mostly guns and in a little bit of her ice stuff. That's why, you know, you've got Serena, she flies, and that's completely different than everybody else. You've got Freyna and her poison. That's vastly different from everybody else. And every character you can create to have such a unique play style that it can feel like a different experience. But if you build everybody the same way, where it's just maximum damage, maximum damage, maximum damage, then yeah, it's going to get boring as fuck. Which is something that I've tried to avoid. You know, people are like, why do you do this? Why do you do that? It's partly because of that reason. Because I don't want to get bored, you know. So if I decide, hey, I don't want to just shoot shit today, maybe I want to stand there like a badass and watch everybody explode in a cloud of green. Maybe I like to fly over top of everybody and, you know, rain down hell on them. Maybe, you know, you can do all sorts of shit yourself to alleviate a lot of those problems as you're waiting for new content. Because with a game like this, there's going to come a point in time where you're always waiting for new content, you know? Where the next thing comes out and you get it, and you beat it, and you master it, and you've done it all, and then you're like, okay, what's next? Every game is like that. Every massive multiplayer online game is like that. Eventually, you've done it all, and then you wait for the new stuff. It's just, you know, tale as old as time. It's not like they can just shit this stuff out, you know. It takes effort and time. You just have to give it to them. And I'm willing to be patient because I enjoy this game. I'm not ashamed to like this game. I'm not ashamed that this is my favorite game. And if you are, then don't play it. You know? Alright, I'm doing precious little here. Because I'm not getting the chance to. But that's fine. No, that's bad. Yep, that's bad. Yep, nope, I'm gone. That jump right there is so hard to judge sometimes. And if you don't judge it right, you're just like, yep, I'm about to fall to my death. Fuck you, bitch. Ah, shit. Oh shit.
Operational.
Alright. We'll just go ahead and start that one again. We'll just start that one again. I forget to wait until their health bar appears before I shoot shit at them. Where'd you go? Oh, we not killed enough yet? Or have we? There you guys are. Oh shit. The video's done editing. Hold on. No shit! Get off me! Fuckers! Oh, that was good. That was good. Where's everybody at? There they are. Back up. There we go. Yeah, what? Get, what? All these goddamn red tentacles all over me. Get off me.
Why?
Alright, so that one's done. $270. Yeah, I'm gonna hit 300. I'm gonna hit 300, I bet. By the time it's all said and done. Is that really? When did that happen? When did that happen? I don't remember my VS's firearm attack being that high. Holy shit. Alright. I guess it is. I guess the stuff that I've been doing to the gun has paid off. I honestly didn't remember it being that high. That's sweet. Makes me even more excited about the rebalance. Rick says I'm at 274 on my battle pass. Oh, you're not far ahead of me. You're not too far ahead of me. Good morning to you, by the way, Rick. Pleasure to see you. Thank you for your words of encouragement. Once again, I didn't take your advice about the medicine. I didn't take medicine. I just suffered through it. Oh, I am. Dude, you have no idea. You have no idea. It's weird. I come from a family of you know, healthcare people, nurses, just a shitload of nurses and med nurses and EMTs and emergency workers, and I want absolutely nothing to do with any of it. It's like I don't trust them to save my fucking life. And I guess it's because I've grown up in the environment, and it's like, yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing sometimes. What have I got to do over here? Why is this motherfucker wanting to talk to me? What do you want, dude? What do you want, robot? I hate talking to robots. Does that make me... What does that make me? Wouldn't be racist, because technically a robot's not a race. What would it be? Would it be like... a humanist? Would that be what it is? Would you be a humanist if you were prejudiced against robots? Rick says, I don't know. These are the questions that we have to ask, because eventually we will have to ask them. We're probably not. There's probably people out there watching this right now that will live to see the day when there are robots fucking walking the goddamn around. As crazy as that is to think of. Because, you know, you think... Rick says I'll cross that bridge later. You know, when you think of movies and the way that movies portrayed it and having robots around, everything around the robots walking around was high tech too. You know, the buildings, the cars, the fucking street lights, everything was this, you know, highly advanced shit, you know. And then you look around at the real world and you see how shitty everything is, and you're realizing that there's still going to be robots walking around, and nothing in the environment is going to have changed that much. That's the trippy part in my mind where it comes to things like that. It's like all these technological advancements are happening, but the environment isn't changing to suit it. You know what I'm saying? You still go down the street with the shitty fucking potholes and, you know. I don't know. You would just think that your society would be more streamlined and clean and fucking more neon everywhere. You know, it's that in particular, you would expect there to be like neon every fucking where. And there's precious little neon in the world. And we're gonna have robots, and then somebody's gonna be like, okay, we got robots walking around, we gotta spruce up this shit, throw some neon. Let's get some neon. And people's clothes aren't made out of like clear plastic like they are. And you know what I'm saying? You know, our fashion isn't, you're still going to see people in t-shirts and fucking jeans, and they're going to be dealing with fucking robots. That blows my mind, you know, because movies, the fashion in sci-fi movies is so different and so futuristic, and there's going to be people with like, you know, farm fucking overalls and goddamn shit like that dealing with robots. It's I don't know. You would expect them to be wearing tunics and shit like that. All right. What? Let's see. All right, so that one's done. We'll go straight to the 400s. Look, we've almost got that one done already. Rick says, Mr. C, what are your thoughts on Raven? Have they released anything other than that one, like artist conception picture? I'm liking the design so far. I knew a girl named Raven once. She was a stripper. And a witch. Like, literally, a witch. She was kind of hot. I have a tendency to attract witches. Like, literal witches. Not like, you know, derogatory witches. Rick says they all are. I have found in my life that girls that are attracted to me, there's something wrong with them. there's normal, stable, sane girls are not attracted to me. It is batshit and fucking sane girls that look at me and go, "Ooh, I want that one." Yeah, I know. Rick says, "Well, you know, it's 'cause you're dark." Yeah, I know. I know. Sadly, there's nothing I can do about that. Damaged people look for damaged people, I guess. Because the last thing you want when you're like a mess is to find somebody that's got their shit together. Because that's just going to make you feel bad about yourself. You're just gonna be like, oh, she's so perfect and I'm shit. Let's do this. We'll go ahead and jump down to Axion. Brick says my wife always makes me feel bad about myself. It's her job too. Yeah, see, that was, I don't know, that was always one of the parts. You know, it may be a man's world. It may be a patriarchal society and all that shit, but we really get the shit end of the deal when it comes to fucking relationships when you think about it. Because, like, a man, in order to have a relationship with a woman, essentially has to give up everything that he enjoys. Like, literally everything that he enjoys. He's the one that has to give up his furniture. He's the one that has to give up his house. He's the one that has to give up his hobbies. He's the one that has to give up his friends. And that's always been part of the thing about relationships that I've never, you know, it's been like, why would I want that? Why would that be something that I was like, oh, this is the end goal of life, is to completely give up my identity so some bitch will be happy. So that's, you know, why largely I, you know, am single at 51 years of age. But, you know, it is what it is. Because I think I've probably said this before. You know, I'm sure I've talked about relationships and shit before. But I've never, Rick says it's too late for me. I've never dated a girl where when I met her, there was something about her that was like, oh, I've got to get her to stop that. I've always accepted my girlfriends for who they were. You know, these are your friends, that's fine, you can have your friends. These are your hobbies, okay, that's fine, you can have your hobbies. But why do I have to give up my shit? You know, why am I the one that has to be like, oh, okay, you can't have this anymore? You know, from my enjoyment of sci-fi, like I literally had a girlfriend once. We had dated a few times. We knew each other. We worked together and we flirted like forever. And when we started dating, and then I finally brought her home, you know, to see my house, or at the time, my bedroom, that I, you know, because I was still living in my parents. I was in my fucking early 20s. The first thing she said when she walked into my bedroom was like, oh God, you're a Trekkie. And I was just like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna bite my tongue right now because I really want to fuck you. But this is gonna be an issue pretty soon. And it ended up being an issue pretty soon. It's just women when they meet a guy, they see a work in progress. They don't want to accept that this is him. He's done. He's cooked. This is who he is. They're like, well, I can put him in some better clothes and I can find him some better friends and maybe we can get him a better job. And God, we've got to find him a better place to live. And why don't you have a sofa? You know, and it's like, bitch, maybe I didn't want a sofa. Frick says, right? Because all a man needs to be happy in the living room is, you know, a milk crate to put his TV on, and a mattress on the floor. And a man can be perfectly fucking happy with that kind of existence. Women just need too much shit.
Fantastic. I knew I could count on you.
And video games. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You got your PlayStation sitting on the floor, your TV on a milk crate. No chairs, because you don't need those. You just sit Indian style on the floor. When you get tired, you crawl over to your mattress laying on the floor, and you know, hey, there's your man cave right there. Now I have furniture now, you know, I have furniture, PlayStation and Xbox. Well, mine would be 3 PlayStation. I got 3 PlayStations. I got a PlayStation 4. I got a PlayStation 4 Pro, and then I got a PlayStation 5. Oh, no. But yeah, Rick says I went overboard. I never, what? Fucking shoot that goddamn box. I never really wanted an Xbox because any game that Xbox had that I really wanted to play. Rick says I got a PS5 after I saw Ultimate Bunny. There was never really any games on the Xbox system that I wanted that wasn't available on the PlayStation, apart from Gears of War, which, you know, as I've started to play through on that. But other than that, it was just like, I've just always been a Sony whore. I know they tend to be a little more, Rick says I only had the Xbox for this game. Oh, really? Rick says I was bored. Is that... What? What is this shit? What is happening? Yeah, you've told me about your niece. Well, let's see if I can fix it. Serp says that's new. Yeah, that's never happened to me before. I mean, I got stuck outside once, and it said I was in it, but I wasn't. And I had to restart the whole fucking thing. But that's weird. Let's see if it'll let me in this time. Aha! Aha! I outsmarted you, game. Oh, I've seen that name before. Why would you pick that as a name? Like, how do you talk to somebody with a name like that? And seriously, it's like, dude, I'm not calling you that. I'm not calling you that. What's your real fucking name or something? Because I'm not fucking calling you that. I don't even want to say that word. That's one of those words that when you grow up, you're just like, I'm never saying that word again. Purple things. Purple things. Fuck the purple things. Shit. Huh. Rick says, yep, this game has issues. I mean, that's not a serious issue. The occasional glitch. Could be much worse. Rick says I'm stuck inside. All right, let's see. Now we need to do these. Wait, not Sigma. This. What do we need? I don't need Nestus Devotion anymore. Got that one done. The matchmaking thing is still loading. You might be stuck. Let's do the Kingsguard Lance. But let's get rid of this shit first. Can't abort. You're gonna have to go back to the main menu. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to the main menu. Just reboot. Alright, let's switch to unloaded sharing. Let's go with We'll go battle armor today. Let's go battle armor. Good to have you back, Mr. C. Rick says. It's good to be back, dude. It's good to be back. Thank you. Nope, wrong one. That's the one. It's been a few boring mornings. Well, I apologize for my untimely absence. Believe me, I would have preferred to be here. Other than my bathroom, I didn't go anywhere for like 2 days. I didn't leave my fucking house or my bedroom, really. I just laid in bed, was just like, oh, sucked. But am all better now. Of course, work was mad at me because I had missed 2 days the week before with a milder case of it, and then had to miss 3 days this week because I caught the full version of it. But it's like, what? It's not like I fucking decided, hey, I'm gonna go catch this stomach flu so I don't have to go to work or some shit like that. But that's what work always fucking thinks. I mean, with good reason, because a lot of people are shit when it comes to stuff like that. A lot of people are shitty employees and will fake the shit and just lay out of work and stuff like that. I'm not one of those people. If I don't come to work, there's a goddamn good fucking reason behind it. But you know, when you're short-staffed, as restaurants like are usually perpetually fucking short-staffed, they get all pissy about that shit. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm human. I get sick, and I don't get to pick when I get sick. You know, like I was saying, when I went to bed Tuesday, I felt fine. I felt perfectly fine. There was no stomach pains. There was no fever. I wasn't hot. I wasn't feeling weak or anything like that. I was feeling perfectly fucking fine. And 3 hours later, I woke up and was sick as a goddamn dog. I was like, what the fuck? It hit me like a fucking runaway train. Exactly. Rick says they don't like to hire more than needed. Yep, exactly. And it's not just needed. It's like, if everything runs optimal and nobody fucking does anything, we're fine. But if one fucking thing goes out of whack, then everything is screwed. That's the way restaurants like to run. Good thing I'm a cat person? Why do you say that? I mean, I am, but I don't understand what you mean. Aha! Thought you're sick as a dog. Aha! Aha! I see what you did there. Now, that's not to say I don't like dogs. I do like dogs. but they require a lot more attention than I am capable of giving. A dog wants you to be the center, wants you to be the center of their world and wants to be a part of everything that you're doing at all times. And a cat's just like, oh, you're still alive? Feed me, bitch. That's a cat. And that's the kind of commitment that I can handle. It's dogs are too hyper. Most of them are, yeah. Cats only get hyper every once in a while when they get the zoomies just out of nowhere and decide to run circles through your entire house. Plus dogs you gotta take outside. A lot of people are like, yeah, but litter pans are disgusting. Yeah, that's true, but I don't have to go outside. And that is always a plus in my book. When the option is going outside or not going outside, I'm gonna pick don't go outside. There's stuff out there, there's people, there's bees. Hey guys. Where'd it go? Did I throw it straight into the ground? Ah, shit, I need blue shit. Hold on, guys. Wait, time out. Time out. Time out. Let me restock here. Yeah. I see you guys. Big, scary. So afraid. There we go. Get your fake shield off. Shoot you in the face. How am I out of blue shit already? God damn it. Excuse me, sir. That wasn't cool.
I'm so annoyed.
Me too, Sharon. Me too. Get off me. You made me miss the Bane guy. You fucking little bastards. All my daggers went to them. Fuck you guys. I do have some ranting that I would like to do. There is a situation that came up. A guy that I used to follow. It's one of those situations where, you start following somebody when they're starting a channel, when they're early in their channel. I'm sure we've all done that. I'm sure we've all found somebody that we were like, oh, I like this guy's stuff. He's got a decent following. We'll see. We'll check him out. And you start enjoying their stuff. And you're like, yeah, I like this guy's stuff. And as he goes along, and he becomes a success, and the more subscribers and the more followers and everything that they start getting, you start noticing that their attitude starts to change a little bit. And they start to almost take on a smugness. You know what I'm saying? Like they're no longer like they become a little too cocksure. If you know what I'm saying there, Sometimes that happens. I've noticed it with lots of people that I have followed and appreciate and enjoyed their content, that over time you're just like, wait a minute, you're kind of starting to sound. That is everyone, Rick says. I hope it ain't me. I'm gonna strive really hard for it not to be. Fame changes a person, Rick says. Yeah, that's what they say. Like I said, I hope it's not going to be me. I hope, if by some grace, my channel picks up to any degree that would be considered that, you know what I'm saying? But, and it's the same with this guy. And basically, he got started, and I'll say who it is. It's Wendigoon. If anybody knows who Wendigoon is, he got started by doing he would do icebergs, like paranormal and cryptid icebergs, and he's a Christian, so he did like angels and Bible stuff, and it was really fascinating stuff, because he really goes in deep on stuff like that. But then he started doing this show with Meat Canyon, Papa Meat, where they basically they read creepypasta. No clue who he is, Rick says. Well, that's fine. He's got a pretty large following, but it's totally understandable. As huge as YouTube is, having 1 million followers, is still, what I'm saying, doesn't make you really big. But anyway, and so they do these creepypastas, and as time went on, they read these stories and they dry read them. They don't read them ahead of time, so they don't have any idea what the story is going to be as they're reading it. And I started noticing them just becoming really assholes, really kind of vicious and just tear people the fuck apart because the story doesn't go exactly the way they want to. And I mean, they Serp says, I don't know who they are either. Well, that again, understandable. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who do. Maybe nobody who watches this channel knows who they are, and that's fine. But if you're in the ARG kind of thing, and you're into the SCP, and you're into the cryptid shit, and you follow a lot of those channels, I'm sure their stuff has probably fucking come up here or there. And when Meat Canyon, Papa Meat, he does. It's really. I mean, he does this animation, and he does clips and shit like that. But his animation is like in the style of Garbage Pail Kids. It's really off-putting a lot of times. I mean, and if you saw his shit, you would be like, ugh. And that's the kind of stuff that he does. It's just like it's like early Ren and Stimpy, like almost gross for the sake of being gross, kind of thing. Which is fine. That's an aesthetic that some people enjoy. It is what it is. But they would read these stories and just rip these people apart. And these people who wrote these stories, these creepypastas, these fucking, stuff that you find on No Sleep, the Reddit No Sleep and stuff like that. They put work into this stuff, and they would just absolutely just start ripping it apart. And it got to the point to where I started feeling like embarrassment for the people who wrote the stuff. I would be listening to the way that they were treating this story and the way that they were just, I don't know. Well, anyway, Wendigoon covers, like I said, a lot of ARGs, and apparently there's one currently going on, analog horror that used AI for a lot of its images, and a lot of the things that they made for their videos. And he apparently went off on some rant about how, AI is making art too accessible, and that not everyone deserves to make art, and that the process should be hard, and if you're not willing to put the time in to learn how to do it, you shouldn't be doing it. And and it's just this really fucking pompous goddamn high and mighty, I am the sole arbiter of what is art and what is allowed to be called art. And it absolutely got my fucking blood fucking boiling when I first saw the video. I was just like, dude. It ain't the fact that anyone out there, that anyone could ever say that not everyone deserves to make art is one of the most horrible fucking things that you can fucking bestow on people. It's like everybody wants to create. Everybody has that desire to want to make something. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody has the the startup. Not everyone has the capital. Not everyone has the location. You know, in some cases, you know, if you're in a fucking small town, you're very limited on what you can fucking do and what what tools you have at your reach, at your disposal. You know, and to say that not everybody, it's like, okay, so, you know, your grandpa who whittles and makes little stick figures or makes little fucking things out of twigs and stuff like that. Is that not art? I would call that art, but, you know, are you saying that he shouldn't be able to? You know, it's like, and my grandmother quilted stuff. Is that not art? I would say it is. But everybody wants to create, and the fact that you could look at somebody and be like, no, you're not allowed, because you're not talented enough, so you can't do it. No, you didn't go to school for this, so you can't do it. No, you didn't. I found it really offensive as somebody who has always had a very what's the word I could say here? Broad idea of what art is and what can be considered art. Because I've always had the mindset that the observer doesn't get to determine what is art. The artist is who determines what is art. The observer can only place a value on it as to whether or not they think it's good or bad or whatever. But you can't tell, oh, that's not art. Yes, it is. You know why it's art? Because I made it and I said it is. Now, whether or not you appreciate it, that's beside the point. And that's totally legit and totally fair. But you don't get to tell somebody that what they put their time and effort, energy, and creative juices into isn't art. You don't have that right. And the whole thing seemed to be with his argument was the ease of it, the accessibility, the fact that you can do it without struggle and fucking turmoil. And it's like, okay, so in your argument, then what you're saying is that if I go down the street to the Walmart and buy like a case of paints, right, and bring them home, and I buy an easel, because you can buy easels at Walmart as well. You know what I'm saying? You can buy, and you can start painting tomorrow. You can get brushes and everything. Does that mean that I'm not an artist because I didn't go find the flowers myself and grind them down into the paste to make the paint myself? Is that what you're saying? Because the fact that Walmart has a pack for like $9 that I could go get and start painting tomorrow, does that make it too easy? Because I didn't have to struggle. I didn't have to stretch my own canvas and fix it and have it ready to go. Is that what you're saying? Because when they started mass producing that stuff, that made it easier, right? That made it more accessible to more people, right? Seems to me that's what it was. So are you understanding my meaning? It's like, and again, as I've said over and fucking over, I'm 51 years old. I have lived through the creation of most of this technology, you know, that did not exist when I was born and was growing up. There were no video games. We had TV. We had 3 fucking channels. That's it. When Fox came out as a 4th fucking channel, it was the biggest thing in the goddamn world. I lived before there was fucking cable television, okay? I've seen all of these advancements happen over time. And I have seen the way every one of every advancement in the area of art and creative fucking things. I've seen it all be created. I've seen people go from making, you know, fucking pixelated fucking shit on fucking computer screens to what it is now with a video game. Okay, I've seen the progression. And at every fucking stage of this progression, at every fucking stage, this same goddamn argument happens over and fucking over and fucking over. Well, that's not art. Well, that's not art. Well, that's not art. And it always comes fucking down to how easy it is now. And that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. It fucking aggravates me. It is always that. It is, well, you can do in 30 seconds what it took me 10 years to do. Well, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And in a way, like the apps that I use to do my AI stuff are very basic apps. I don't use very complicated stuff. Apart from the music maker one that I used to make my music. That was like the biggest fucking music maker, one of the two biggest ones at the time. It's shit now because they've sold out. But at the time it was. So that was the only one. But when I make my fucking pictures of my girls and the fucking wrestling characters and shit like that, it's a very basic thing, and you don't have more than 500 prompts that you can put in. But there are people out there that use the more advanced programs and apps and shit like that, where you have basically unlimited fucking prompts that you can put in. And there is an art form to that as well, because you have to learn how to communicate with the machine to get the results that you want, and especially if you're wanting to have consistent, repetitive fucking results. You know, if you want there to be a continuity to your images and shit like that, that takes effort and time, because the machine is basically stupid and has so much to draw from. How to tell it exactly what you want in a way that it understands. And I know this is, if you've never used AI, this is probably like you know, it probably sounds very strange, but that's essentially what it is. You have to learn to communicate with each one of these different kind of AI apps and programs, and what it's prone to do, what it's likely to do, and what direction it's going to take shit. And you have to learn how to put reins on that and be like, whoa, I want you to go in this direction, not that direction. I want you to go over here. Okay, great. You went over here, but now you went a little too far. So let's back it up a little bit. And that is becoming an art form in itself. It's an elitist kind of attitude. You know what I'm saying? Just to suggest that not everyone has the right to create art. It's like that is one of the basics of the human existence, is to somehow chronicle you know, to somehow chronicle what you love, what you appreciate, things that move you and that you want to share with other people, and to fucking lock that off and to block that off to people. It's, oh my God, it's like it's almost inhumane. It's almost as bad as saying you don't have the right to speak. You don't deserve the right to speak. You're lower class. You don't get to do that. It's, I don't know. I just wanted to state my thoughts on that, you know. Sometimes you just want to say your piece about something just so it's out there. just so it's out there in the ether, and if somebody stumbles upon it, then and that's my thought. It offends me to my core that someone would have the nerve to say that some people don't have the right to create. I've always been a creative person. I've always been a creative person. I've always, and I didn't go to college, but in high school, if you have a major in high school, it would have been art and English. Those were the two classes that I took all 4 years of my high school career. And I sculpt, I fucking paint, I fucking write poetry, I fucking write songs. I used to be a singer. I used to say that the only thing that I don't do is dance. I did photography for a long time. There's very little creative that I haven't at least dipped my toe in for a considerable amount of time. And I don't know. I was always one of those people that was in art class, and I would challenge my teachers. I would challenge my teacher. I would be like, I don't know. I've just always challenged the idea of limiting people or having the nerve. Like, my art teacher in high school hated comic books. She hated that style of art, and I'd be like, yeah, it's art, whether you like it or not. It's fucking art. whether you appreciate it or not, it's fucking art. Somebody creates it out of nothing. It didn't exist before this person imagined it and then made it real. That's art. So yeah, I take great offense at that, especially when it's coming from a dude who doesn't create anything himself other than iceberg video. His whole channel is not devoted to creating anything himself. It is created to review what other people create. And that's a whole lot like a movie reviewer. You know what I'm saying? Saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be allowed to make independent movies because they're fucking cheap and they're shitty and they shouldn't be allowed unless you have like $1 million or millions of dollars to put into the production values and the costumes, and this shit isn't even worth watching otherwise." It's just like I said, it's very elitist. It's very pompous. But that's just my attitude, I didn't expect I really didn't. If you knew anything about me, like maybe a year or so before I created this channel, if you knew anything about me, you would have been like, there's no way that this dude is going to be a staunch advocate for AI stuff. But that's what I've become, apparently. Because I understand it. Because playing with it and toying with it and using it as a tool, I've come to understand what it is, and it is not. Again, there are people out there. You see them in your feed all the fucking time. All the goddamn AI slop that pops up. All the with the same voice. Everybody uses like this one of like 2 or 3 fucking different voices, it seems sometimes. And there is a whole lot of people who are just creating bullshit, just you know, been like, hey, ChatGPT, make me a video about this. And then it does it, and then they produce it on their channel. And, you know, and that forms everybody's opinion of what AI is. But as I've said a million times, as I say pretty much at the end of every goddamn video that I make when I'm talking about my girls, you know, my band. Some of us out there are not using it as a replacement for our talents. Some of us out there are using it as a supplement for tools that we don't have access to. As you know, and I'll say this again, if, you know, just cause, you know, as one of the things as a YouTuber that you find that you do is you repeat the same shit over and over again. That used to bother me when I would watch some of the, you know, and some of the people that I watch. It's like, yeah, you've said this before, you've said this before, but then you start doing it and you realize, oh, yeah, you do end up repeating yourself a lot. I guess part of it's filling the time. And regardless. In order to do what I'm doing with my music, with the songs and my vision, and I would have to learn every instrument. I would have to learn how to play guitar, bass, drums, piano, organ, violin. I haven't had use for like brass instruments yet, but you know the potential's there. I mean, actually, I have. If you look at the music that I've created as background music for my playthroughs, so I would have to learn how to play brass instruments. I'd have to learn how to play African wood pops. I'd have to learn how to play bongos and fucking cellos and fucking, you know, fucking Aborigine fucking rain sticks, and just, you know, every fucking instrument known to man I would have to learn how to play. Or I would have to have an endless supply of money to pay people who do to play exactly what I want them to play. I would have to have access to a fully functioning, fully fucking operational goddamn fucking studio with a fucking producer sitting there who could do the sound mix and all that shit. I would have to have, in the case of my band, I would have to have 4 girls with different voices who were willing to sing a song that I wrote 50 different ways in a day, and let me pick the one that I'm like, yeah, that's what I've got in mind. You know, and it's unrealistic, but it's unrealistic. Even if I had started at a young age, that shit would still be challenging. And I could learn how to play, you know, all those instruments, and still not have the money for the studio and the producer, because I work a fucking shithole fucking goddamn restaurant job in the middle of nowhere fucking Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and AI comes along and says, hey, you know, all these songs that you have in your head that you would just absolutely fucking love for just anybody else to hear. Just any fucking body else to hear, other than just repeating in your head over for years and years, over 20 years in some cases. You know? I take affront to that, because that's like telling me that you don't have a right. You don't have a right for anybody to ever hear the voice in your goddamn soul. You don't have a right to you don't have that right. That's like I said, that's almost inhumane. It's almost inhumane. And I'm a lot calmer right now than I was when I was screaming at my TV yesterday. That's how I knew I was feeling better yesterday, because I started watching that video and I could feel the rage building, and I was like, "Yep, I'm feeling better." The rage has returned, but I'm really high today, and I think that's keeping my rage at bay. Because I haven't. Last night was the first that I even contemplated smoking. I was just like, no. So after about 4 days, I'm feeling, withdrawal for 4 days. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Let me just say. But yeah, I never expected to be an advocate for it, but it's, you know. If you, yeah, fuck you, Wendigoon, fuck you, dude. Who am I going as? Oh, what? 272. $272. Alrighty. What else we need here? Okay, we need one more of those. Okay. I think I gotta do 2 more, so that's all good. How are we looking on this one? I haven't checked this one in a while. Ooh, shit. We're almost done, almost to level 12 on the chill skills. Excellent. Almost to level 12 on the non-attributes. Excellent. Almost done with this one. The electric skills, yeah. Let's take acid. Yeah. Fire. We're on the last one there. Working our way through it. That's excellent. A couple of these I probably won't get finished, like this one and that one. I probably won't get those 2 finished, but it is what it is. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So that's my rant. I'm done ranting. Anything else I would rant on would be political, and I'd rather not right now. I'd rather not right now. Suffice it to say, I'm not happy with the things that are currently going on. Not happy. Yeah. We'll go with her. And I'm gonna stick with this outfit. I'm just gonna wear that outfit out. I like this one. This one, don't get me wrong, I really like this one. But I'm kind of stuck on this one at the moment. Is it already time for another one? Okay. Shit. Hmm. I'm tempted to try Luna. I'm tempted to try Luna against this bitch. Some shit going on down here. There's some monsters over there. I don't give a fuck. Bird. I guess we could waste time with them. I guess. Get up.
Let's go.
Nope.
I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
Where are they at? Is there one close? No. Now where are you at? Which way? Which way?
All this nearby seems to have spotted it as well. Remove them quickly.
Quick as I can. course, because I'm badass. Where's the other one? Way the fuck over here. How much time we got? Cutting it close, but I think we can do it. Ah, shit.
Fantastic. I knew I could count on you.
Shit. Whoa. We'll enjoy her performance for a moment. "26 seconds. He's interested. Clearly. He's a little too interested. Little too interested. shit. Oh shit. Fucking purple stuff everywhere. Jesus Christ. What shit I could do on that one? Check, because I think I might have done pretty good on that one. 174. That's not horrible. I'm sorry I didn't see your post, Rick. He said you have a boss build Luna. No, I do not. She can't aim at those tubs. Oh, the things on the Colossus knees, that one? Is that what you were talking about? I don't really do like boss builds. I just build them and then just use them. Hopefully they do good. Like none of them. I don't think any of my characters have a setting 2 or a setting 3. It's just one. I've never been that kind of player for the same basic reason as I've never gone for elemental damage. I always just go for general damage. It's just like, this is the way I'm gonna build my character, and you know, I will just struggle through as the way they are. Rick says I like options. There's nothing wrong with options. Nothing wrong with options. Okay. All right. Cigarette went out. Of course it did. I like the way they spelled Rex. R-E-Y-X. That's kind of cool. That's creative. Okay, now go back to what we were gonna do, which was go here and do this. Luna didn't perform too bad in Axiom Plains. I'm proud of her. It could have went worse. Oh, you fucker. No, get back on your platform. Luna said bastards. I heard her. Where'd that leave? They're still up there. They're still up there. Go away. Rick says you can hear what Lepic says. I like Blair when he says, you're pissing me off. I'm like, boy, I say that every day. You're pissing me off. Rick says there's some bad stuff coming out of his mouth. Rick says that's why you can relate to Blair. I know, you told me. Yes. I do relate to Blair. Luna's fucking them up today. Huh. This little pop princess is taking no prisoners. Here we go. Fuck you and your shotgun. Fuck you and your shotgun. Where's the other dude you're attached to? There. All right. Chocolate Thunder. And Swamp Donkey. Now there's a TV show I want to see. Chocolate Thunder and Swamp Donkey. Yep. She's checking out my look. All right. Okay. Let's switch to her to do the last one. Who is she? Is that... That's Luna. Okay. Luna looks pretty good in that. Let's check this. Dismantle modules. Defeat enemies with dimension skills. Okay. Again. Back down here. Void intercept. Dismantle modules. Okay. All right. Damn it. Fuck me. No. No, I don't like being here.
Will not be.
Damn it. Get away from the dude with the shotgun. Nah, get away. No, shit. There.
I will find my daughter.
No, you did. You did find your daughter. She's unfortunately dead. It's a cool Glay outfit. I mean, I know the outfit. That's cool. Color design. I like it. I approve. I approve. Get rid of our shit. Glay is old. She forgot. All right, let's see. Battle pass. Battle pass. Okay. Still need those. Okay, so let's go see what the research is.
Humanity is very weak. That's why humans need us so desperately.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Now let's do these. Mm. Nah. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, wait. If there's anything over here. Nope. Already got it all.
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Let's do it. Let's do this shit, Seneca. see, Rick says. Fucking chains. Oh, you're fucked. Bye. Fucking shit. Uh-oh. Who hit the spot? I hit the spot. That's better. One more. What? You doing it already? You bastard. platform. That's low. Low, man. Fuck your gun. Nope. Oh, you're dead. All right. What? Oh, it's the big one. Shit. Wasted my time. I thought it. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's going to be a bigger pain in the ass. I thought I had done just knocked it out, but nope. Rick says, it's okay, Mr. C. All right. Nope.
Do you need information about the Colossi?
Rick says, who would bring a Dia in here?
Damn it!
I'm in a bad spot to be saved, but we're all out of this ice here. Yeah, that didn't work. You're right.
Thank you.
Bitch like tripled up on us right there. Dude. Huh. Where is the bitch? Son of a bitch.
I need help.
We started out kind of strong. We're looking pretty weak now. Yeah, it's fucking us up. I don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah.
Damn it.
Not going well. Jesus.
I think I'm dying.
Because you are.
I will not allow this.
you go, bitch? Fuck yeah! Oh yeah. We stuck with it. We kicked its ass. Rick said that took some time. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Approaching. On my way. Oh, she's gonna knock some shit.
Damn it.
I'm telling you, sometimes they're just like, no, you ain't healing your friend. What? Ah, fuck.
That didn't work.
Take your time, Rick. He says, BRB, need more coffee. Ain't no way I can get to you, General. Son of a bitch.
Skills.
3 more. I believe I'm gonna go make a pot of coffee myself. That's a good idea, Rick. I'm glad you thought of that. Shit. Well, we're just gonna have to mix. We're just gonna have to miss the wall crasher for the 9 o'clock wall crasher. Coffee's more important. I've done it twice already today, so it's not like I've slacked off on it. What's up, guys? You alright, boy? I swear to God, I just walked into my kitchen and found a massive fucking hairball from one of my cats. My biggest and fuzziest cat. He leaves the most enormous fucking hairballs. I mean, they are fucking huge. It looks like a fucking dead rat. But he can't help it. He's just a big fuzzy doofus. It's not his fault that he was born with about a dozen layers of fucking fur. Oh, you gotta love this time of the year when it's 80 during the day and it's 50 at night. Because I got, my air conditioner's fucked up, as I've said many times over the last couple of weeks. And I keep my windows open, and I got fans in front of my windows, so at least there's some airflow happening to kind of, mitigate the heat. Willa, get the fuck down. And at night right now, it's getting to like 50 degrees. And like I said, in the day, it's like 80. But when I walk into my living room with these windows down in the kitchen, Jesus Christ, fucking cold in here. And in about 3 hours, it's going to be 70 something. What? Why are you hollering at me? What? What is it? You have food. It's in the bowl. I see it. It's in the bowl right there. Now I know you can see the bowl. It's not like full to capacity, but there is food in your bowl. I'm looking right at it. Everybody comes running like I'm going to do something. Suddenly, all my cats have come out of the woodwork and they're all staring at me like, are you... Alright, I tell you what. Fine. Fine. Come on. Come on, everybody. Here. Your bowls are full. Are you happy now? Oh, shit. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Alright. Coffee will be done in just a minute. There's no real reason in me rushing back and getting into the game, because coffee will be done in a minute. Ha! Rick says they want wet food. That is absolutely what they want. Like, hey, since you're in here, the last time you gave us wet food was yesterday. And it's today. Yes, you're right, cats, it is. And while it may be today, it is not yet time for the wet food. I swear to God, every one of them would eat until they popped. One of my cats, the one that I want to strangle most of the time, he will literally, as he's eating his food, he will look up from his bowl to see the progress of the other cats eating their food, and he will hurry up eating his just so he can run them off and eat theirs. It makes me want to kick him through a wall every time I see him do that, because it's like, you fucking motherfucker, they're hungry too, asshole. There's just certain behaviors by animals. a lot of people do not understand that every animal has they have different personalities, just like people do. They have different personalities. They are not just, robots that all act in the same way and do the same things. Every cat that I have has a completely different personality than the other cats, and it's been the same for every animal that I've ever owned. People don't understand that. Like I've got that one who's an asshole, and he fucking tries to starve everybody else out of food. He also monitors the water bowls. And if he decides that you've had enough water, he'll just walk up and smack your ass and run you off the water bowl. Like, hey, that's enough. And then I have 2 cats that are batshit insane. Because remember, out of the 6 that I currently have, 5 of them are related. One's the mom, and then there's 4 kittens. And 2 of those kittens, yeah, they're crazy. They're so fucking crazy. They like me and they come and want my attention, and then I start petting them and they're like, oh no, I'm scared. And one of those, neither one of them will let me pick them up. Like, I can pick them up and it's like for 10 seconds, everything's cool, and then it's like, nope, gotta go. And they explode out of my arms like something's, a shock of lightning through them. But one of those two will come up to me, meowing, and will stand up and put his front legs on my leg like he's like, please pick me up. Please pick me up. And I'm like, I've fallen for this trap before. I know what's going to happen. As soon as I get you in my arms, standing up, you are going to jump kick off my fucking chest and gash me like a goddamn razor blade because you're a spastic fucking nut job. But he looks so cute when he's doing it. And he's got the sweetest little meow. But it's like, I know where this leads. It's with me in pain. So we're going to skip that. And then one of the siblings, the big gray one with the massive hairballs, his front teeth, his fangs are so fucking long that he has a hard time getting comfortable when he's sleeping. So he literally sleeps with his chin propped up on the water dish. So that he's not laying on his teeth. So that's where he lays. He lays right by the water dish with his chin just propped on it so he can sleep. I mean, I've got couches and stuff, places that he could lay, but apparently he doesn't know that. There's all kinds of cushions and all kinds of fucking cat beds and all kinds of shit. But apparently he is completely oblivious to that fact. So he lays with his chin propped on the fucking water dish. Okay. How many more of those did I need? 3? Three, indeed. Okay. I like that, and hers is pretty much the opposite of mine. Instead of black and gold, she's got white and gold. I like that. Doesn't look bad.
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Yeah, you need to trip a little less, Seneca. Oh, I totally fucked up there.
I am analyzing the void paradox.
Yeah, I'm needing out of this. Ah, I did private. I didn't mean to do private. No, out. Yeah, I know I'm below the recommended number of players. Thanks. I'm aware of that. Appreciate you though. Let's try that again.
Are you ready to undertake a void intercept battle assignment?
Yes.
So thirsty.
of this. Give me out, give me out, give me out, give me out. Oh shit. Caught inside her dome of death. So apparently we all were. Oh shit. Get out. Get, unfreeze. Unfreeze. Jesus. Oh, fuck you, bitch. Oh shit. All right. 2 more.
I will end you. Don't get in my way.
Jesus. Shit.
I need rescuing.
It's hard as hell to get away from that dome because it's big. That could have went better. Oh, bitch!
I think I'm dying.
One more. She always seems to teleport right when I'm about to do my meteor move. Kind of annoying. Stinky tofu.
use some help. About time you got up, Jaya.
Bam! Got it. Oh, I'm tied with you, Rick. $274. Got some research completed. Let's get rid of this shit real quick. All right. Just need to dismantle some modules now, and I should have more than enough. And I think it'll put me at 60. So this will be really all I can get right now. We're looking on this one. Modules as well. Dimension skills. Okay.
Magisters are probably humanity's real home, don't you think?
Says have to go make breakfast, Mr. C. All right, man. Have a good breakfast, man. And have a good rest of your day. Always a pleasure, sir. We'll see you next time. I'll try not to. He says don't get sick again. I'm gonna do my best. I'd rather not. Oh, we might as well do the modules while I'm over here.
If all modules were the same, I'd be out of a job, right?
Yeah, probably. All right, that was all done. All right, so I've got 10 points. I need 100